quick. So, when I found out that our hero, Hulk Hogan, passed away, my first thought was, oh man, I mean, it sucks, horrible, but how tall was he? I actually had to Google it and check his height and remind myself this man was a giant 6'7" with extreme muscles. Just a show for everybody to see. That's crazy. Let's take a look at Jesse Waters Primetime talking about it and also talking politics because you know Jesse Waters Primetime always delivered the news the right way. No more fake news. By the way, my name is Noel here at Verbal on Life, streaming, doing my best. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and if you do, make sure to give the video a like, a thumbs up, all right, so I could keep streaming and we could get more and more people. But let's take a look at a word from Jesse about our hero, Hulk Hogan. Man, a giant at 6'7", doing crazy, crazy workouts. All right, let's check it out.
This morning, the country received the devastating news that Terry Bollea, better known as Hulk Hogan, died at the age of 71 at his home in Clearwater, Florida. Medics were dispatched into the scene, and he was carried out on a stretcher and into an ambulance. Officials say the wrestling legend died of cardiac arrest. May he rest in peace. Hulk Hogan wasn't just a wrestler. He was a household name. When you said Hulk, people knew who you were talking about. When you said Hogan, same thing. To most, he was larger than life, figuratively and literally. Billed as a 6'7" giant with 24-inch biceps, he earned the nickname the Hulk in the late 70s, catching the eye of wrestling promoter Vince McMahon. And the rest was history. Hogan broke onto the wrestling scene clad in red and yellow, a handlebar mustache, and long blonde locks. His colorful look was meant to represent the sun, muscles, and Hollywood. But the colors that mattered the most to him were red, white, and blue.
A true legend, and you got to say thank you for helping Trump become the next president of the United States. We needed that boost. So to have Hulk Hogan on stage talking positive about my man Trump, man, thank you, Hulk Hogan. Let me.
The world by storm. Before Hogan, wrestling was seen as a kind of a gnarly sport, but soon it became mainstream. Arenas were getting sold out and pay-per-views were bringing in millions. Everybody wanted to watch the Hulk body slam a giant.
Yep.
Look at the look on the face of the champion.
That man was 6'4".
He's hulking up, Jess. I don't know if he's got enough left in him. That adrenaline can do wonders. We're seeing what this guy is really made of. What he is. The greatest professional athlete in the world today. Look at this.
Yeah.
Hulk was the embodiment of the ultimate good guy, not just because he was picking up 7'4" giants, but because he was the pinnacle of patriotism. As the country was in the middle of a Cold War with the Soviets, the Hulk came in and kicked them out of his ring.
I can't stand to see our enemy's flag in the ring. That's why I'm carrying the red, white, and blue, brother. I'm proud of America. I stand for this country. And I'm going to promise you one thing. When this fight is over tonight, there's only going to be one flag standing. That's the Stars and Stripes forever.
Yeah.
Sensational victory for the World Wrestling Federation champion.
Around the time of the Iranian hostage crisis, Hogan made a new enemy in the ring, an Iranian named the Iron Sheik.
This contest is for the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship.
The World Heavyweight Champion, Hulk Hogan.
The best. Amazing. Yeah.
Hulkster going bananas as the Sheik tried to attack him.
You know how hard it is to pick up a grown man and throw him like that? That's crazy.
Reagan, with a little help from Hulk, ended the hostage crisis. But Hogan didn't just deliver in the ring. He was a menace behind the mic and a master promoter.
Yep.
As Donald Trump hangs on to the top of the Trump Plaza with his family under his other arm as they sink to the bottom of the sea. Thank God Donald Trump's a Hulkamaniac. He'll know enough to let go of his materialistic possessions, hang on to the wife and kids, dog paddle with his life all the way to safety.
Hogan became the hottest thing. He was even going on late night.
Do you know anything about Hulkamania?
Hulkamania?
Hulkamania.
What is that?
If you want me to. What is Hulkamania?
Well, Hulkamania is the newest thing, Johnny. It's the thing that is sweeping the country. It's like a new cult. And it's like follow the leader. Everybody does what the Hulkster does. It's like truth, justice, and the Hulk Hogan way.
Right. I'm looking at the size of your arms. I don't believe this. I wish I had anything that big.
Hulk went from the ring to the small screen and to the big screen. And here came Thunder Lips.
Listen, after the match, how about if we get a Polaroid together, okay?
You're in trouble.
It's classic.
The superhuman strength of Thunder Lips. I am the man.
Stop it with it!
You want this punching bag, Adrian?
Classic.
Wasn't even supposed to be in Rocky III. His bosses told him don't, and he did it anyway. And it brightened his star power in Hollywood. Soon he was doing it all.
Yep.
Tough is a 300-pound man in tights.
Keep the back straight.
I was
Break
upset
the
you did
arms
that.
and bow.
Oh,
I think everybody
the
was
ballet.
upset.
It enhances grace. I'm a changed man.
Nobody wanted to see their hero doing this, but God bless the Hulk for doing it.
He's not as far along as I thought.
With the WWF rocked by a steroid scandal, Hulk went full Hollywood. He was even doing commercials because Hogan could sell anything, especially deodorant.
Yeah.
In trying to make an artistic statement, one should be careful not to let one's personal aroma do the talking. In order not to offend the critics, I recommend Right Guard Sports Stick. It provides maximum protection and the freshest scents.
Hulk Hogan, man, getting money everywhere. Let me mute the sound. I don't want to get a strike. But yeah, Hulk Hogan did it all. Amazing commercial.
After a stint in Hollywood, he was back in the ring with a new look. He shook up the wrestling universe when he ditched McMahon and he went to a competitor. And not only did the ratings follow him, but so did the names. Hulk was bringing out Dennis Rodman and a box of cigars every night.
The opening moments of WCW Monday Night Raw. Hulk Hogan.
Shout out to Dennis Rodman, man. He was going through it also. Just going through hell and becoming super famous with Hulk Hogan. Amazing. It was a great time to watch wrestling.
Wrestling war soon fizzled out and Hogan was back in the WWE. With age and spine surgeries catching up and disagreements over the direction of the company, Hogan went to reality TV.
Hey, no monkeying around. I need total silence here. Brother, check this out. I'm going to read something to you. Tell me what you think.
Hey, all you Hulkamaniacs, it's me, the Hulk. Check out my new look.
I wish I had a monkey.
But so here's the skinny on the skinny, brother.
My bad.
Soon, personal controversies kept him on the sidelines. He went to war with the media and won, and Gawker went bankrupt. But while he was gone, his fans never went away. Last year, Hogan made a comeback, but with a different role, leg dropping his way into politics, shocking the world with a surprise appearance at the RNC.
When they took a shot at my hero
Yeah.
and they tried to kill the next president of the United States, enough was enough. And I said, let Trumpomania run wild, brother.
All day.
Hulkamania joined forces with Trumpmania. He was stumping on the trail and even made his way back to the Garden.
Yeah.
And that would be the last time Hulk would ever walk the stage at MSG, a place he'd sold out, a place for years he was the face of. The president reacting to the death. Quote, "We lost a great friend today, the Hulkster. Hulk Hogan was MAGA all the way, strong, tough, smart, but with the biggest heart. He gave an absolutely electric speech at the Republican National Convention. He entertained fans from all over the world, and the cultural impact he had was massive. To his wife, Sky, and family, we give our warmest, best wishes and love. Hulk Hogan will be greatly
The man is known around the world, not just America. Amazing feat, man.
missed." Hogan wasn't just a friend of the president's, he was a friend of Primetime's.
What you gonna do when Hulk Hogan, Jesse Waters, Donald Trump, and all of America run wild on you?
Love you, Hulk, man.
Everybody loves him.
Hulk Hogan's life represents a time when men were men and the country wasn't scared of anything. If Hogan could body slam a 500-pound giant in the ring, anything was possible for you and for the United States. He demonstrated that with raw talent, grit, and charisma, you could live the American dream. With Hulk, attitude was everything. He performed at his best in the biggest moments, but nothing was bigger than his heart. Hulk may be gone, but that raw power, electric personality, and unbreakable spirit is going to live on in American culture forever. He's touched generations.
God bless him.
Bro
Hulk.
knows, brother.
Let me talk.
No, let me tell you something, brother. When you walk in this beat shop, I'm surprised that you still got the shirt on, Jack.
Let me tell you something. Hulkster, the first time I met you, I was only 3 years old, but now I'm 6 years old. So now we gotta take it to a bigger level, man. So what are they gonna do when the power of the Hulkster and the roaster and the dual 24-inch pythons run wild on you?
Okay.
Whoa!
18 months ago,
That was
Hogan
good.
was baptized. And of course, he wore his iconic bandana. The Hulkster says that moment blessed his life.
Once you're a Christian, you've accepted Christ as your Savior. And, you know, you're not going to perish, but you're going to have everlasting life. That belief in itself and that faith is what's pretty much the only thing that's real to me.
Hogan may have left us, but Hulkamania is always going to be running wild. We'll keep that flag and carry it for you. To Hulk, no matter who you are or where you came from in this country, you were his brother. From all of us, rest in peace, brother.
God bless him.
CEO and president of the UFC, Dana White, is here. Dana, thanks so much for joining us on this special night.
Thanks for having me.
What did Hulk Hogan mean to you and mean to America?
The world. The world.
Yeah, I'm 55 years old, so I grew up right in that, you know, when the WWF was massive and Hulk was becoming a really big star. And I watched the WWF back then, and I was a Hulk Hogan fan.
I mean, I was watching him just as much as you were. I mean, the guy defined my era. You were behind the scenes with him at the RNC. What was that like?
Yeah, it's funny because I was actually on a family vacation. I flew from Italy to Milwaukee, and when I got there, they walked me literally right in to a holding room where they had me and Kid Rock. But on the way to my room, Hulk Hogan grabbed me and asked me if he could talk to me privately for a second. And he pulled me aside, and you know, I'll never forget that conversation that we had that night. And yeah, he was a good man. He was special. He loved the president, and obviously he loved America.
He did,
Yep.
from the bottom of his heart. And he sacrificed so much for America and for the American people, just the toll that his performances take on a body. What does that tell you about him?
Well, I mean, anybody who's in any type of sport that's physical, you know, they're obviously very passionate. They love the sport. And, you know, when you give your body like these guys do, you're doing it because you love it, and it's what you want to do for a living. That's why he, you know, whether you're a fighter, a professional wrestler, a football player, whatever it might be. It's what you choose to do because it's what your passion is.
And the guy was a real man's man. I mean, and in the 80s,
a man's man. That is a fact.
That was what it was all about. You had Hogan, you had Tyson, you had Trump, and these guys were just flying off the wall. The flag was flying. What did that era represent?
Listen, I grew up in that era. That's my era. And I think that everybody, whatever era they grew up in is, you know, the best era to them. But the 80s were incredible. I mean, and not just them. Guys like Stallone and Arnold, and the list goes on and on of the men's men of that era. And, yeah, to me, Reagan, I mean, I can go on and on.
Who are the men's of this era? Like, is it all beta male? Is it all woke activists who pretend to be female? Are those the ones that we're supposed to be looking at? Like, we need more Hulkamania or Arnold Schwarzenegger or Sylvester Stallone. Like, these were tough men that just make you want to go do some push-ups. Like right now, I just make my son do some push-ups and get ready. For what? For life. That's it. Get stronger. But we need a Hulkster for this era.
It was the best. I say it all the time. I'm really happy that I grew up in the era that I grew up in, the 80s, and I'm really happy that I'm going to be leaving the era that I'm going to be leaving in. I'm very, very happy with where my time laid out in this world.
Well, it's been a great time. You're just a little older than I am, but I think we're on the same path here. In a way, did Hogan and the WWF, did that kind of tee you up at the UFC?
Yeah, I was more of a boxing guy, but to say that the WWE, boxing, and other things of that time, you know, from the Muhammad Ali's to Hulk Hogan, you know, Vince and Don King and all the guys who paved the way for me to be where I am today, all had an impact and a lasting impression in my life. And definitely the way that the UFC is today and the things that I've done to build it all have a little piece of all those guys and their businesses.
Well, you're a great promoter. He was an amazing promoter. And I hope tonight there's just going to be millions of people tearing off their shirts or trying to. It's not easy depending on what kind of shirt.
I should have bought a shirt and tried to rip it off for the camera. Yeah, I'm not prepared for that. You need like a special type of shirt
you have or how strong you are. But Dana White, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
What does James Carville think about President Hunter Biden?
All right, let me pause it right there. But yeah, Hulk Hogan, thank you, Jesse, for giving a shout out to Hulk Hogan, the whole first segment. And all the TV channels now should be talking about it. They don't do a lot of man programming nowadays to show kids, to show everybody what a strong man looks like or what a strong man is and how amazing Hulk Hogan was. Like, the man just did things that just seem impossible. A man of that height to have those muscles and to be doing all those acrobatics on stage. I mean, that's insane now that you think about it. Now that I'm an old man, I'm in my 40s, thinking I cannot do none of that. Like, that man was amazing, incredible. Comment down below and let me know what you think about Hulk Hogan and how he influenced you. Nowadays, I don't think he influenced any of the young kids who are now beta males, just agreeing with all the Karens and wanting to be females so that they could play sports against women. Again, insane, those people who are like that. Well, I'm going to go past the commercials and go to the next Jesse Water Primetime segment. Let's see what he talks about now. Like always, politics. And we love talking politics with Trump. And what's his name? The Biden kid talking about drugs. That's crazy. All right, let's take a look.
Fox News alert, Trump and Powell. They came face to face at the Fed today. They have a little bit of a history. Trump wanted to fire Powell just a couple times, but he said today, Jerry's job's safe. Powell's latest project isn't doing him any favors. He's burning cash on some renovations at headquarters. Trump knows a thing or two about flipping buildings, so he wanted an appraisal.
Yeah.
And brought receipts.
So we're taking a look, and it looks like it's about 3.1 billion. It went up a little bit, or a lot.
3.1.
So the 2.7 is now 3.1.
I'm not aware of that.
Yeah, it just came out.
Yo, on the fake news, they talked about how Powell corrected Trump. But look at Trump pulling out receipts. It just came out. Take a look at the paperwork.
I haven't heard that from anybody at the Fed.
Yeah, it just came out.
And those are his numbers. You put this out, or your people did.
I don't know who does that.
You're including the Martin renovation. You just added entire capital. Yeah, you just added in a third building. Is what that is. That's a third building.
Well, no, but it's a building that's being built.
Then Trump turned the meet and greet into an episode of The Apprentice.
Yeah.
As a real estate developer, what would you do with a project manager who would be over budget?
Generally speaking, what would I do? I'd fire him.
For now, Powell's job is safe, according to 47, but cutting rates would make it a little safer.
Are there things the chairman can say to you today that would make you back off some of the earlier criticism?
Well, I'd love him to lower interest rates.
So his face. That's funny.
Ever since Colbert got canned, the media has been desperate for Trump to put them in cuffs and ship them to Alligator Alcatraz. But that's not happening. So they're settling for getting canceled instead.
One bright spot for Trump in the news right now is how much he's making my network crawl. Yesterday, Trump posted, Paramount CBS 60 Minutes of today paid $16 million in settlement, and we will also anticipate receiving $20 million more from the new owners. That means by bending the knee, they lost like $40 million this year. They better watch out. They better watch out. They might get canceled. For purely financial reasons.
Is it me, or is Colbert trying to get fired early? Paramount signed South Park to a $1.5 billion new deal. Because when your show's funny and makes a lot of money, you can get away with jokes like this.
Wow.
Mr. President, why are you placing these new tariffs on Canada? What are you, some kind of dictator from the Middle East?
A dictator from the Middle East? Hey, relax, guy. I'm just your average Joe. Take a rest. You don't want me to bomb you like I did Iraq.
I thought you just bombed Iran.
Iraq. What the hell's the difference? Relax, guy. Hey, Satan.
Don't want to right now.
What? Hey, relax. Come on, Satan. I've been working hard all day.
You haven't been working. You've been doing your stupid memes and just around.
Give me again.
Look for some shows to take Trump on more. It's not what the audience wants. It's what their friends in the industry want. That's who they're writing for, their colleagues, not the country. We wouldn't even be having these issues if the entertainment media made fun of Biden. And there was a lot of material. Yep. He was falling off his bike. His dog was biting agents. His son dumped a gun in a dumpster and blamed it on illegals. And they just let Gutfeld have all these jokes. It's not like Biden would have realized he was being made fun of. He didn't watch late night. He called a lid at 4. His first chief of staff, Ron Klain, talked to the House Oversight Committee behind closed doors today, and he didn't take the 5th. Instead, sources say Ron Klain said President Biden often confused names and proper nouns, and it got worse over time. Klain also stated that President Biden's memory got a lot worse. He acknowledged that President Joe was less energetic and more forgetful, but he still said he thought he could govern. Not everybody agreed. In 2024, Klain told a story about how Hillary Clinton and Jake Sullivan came to him and said that they didn't believe Joe Biden was politically viable and that he'd really lost his effectiveness in the last 2 years. Now, even though Joe Biden's in the golden age, his golden years won't be as lucrative as other presidents. His book deal was less than Barack Obama, Bill Clinton, and George Bush. Only $10 million. Still a lot. It's hard to write a memoir when you don't remember anything, but we'll see how his ghostwriter does. I'm not sure there's a big appetite to read a book by Joe Biden, Tapper's already written the truth, just a few years late. The only Biden the media is warming up to is Hunter. Rogan says Hunter has potential.
That man is crazy.
Have you seen Hunter Biden describing why crack is so good? It's the greatest crack advertisement of all time. Well, he's a lot smarter than people give him credit for, and he could be president. How about that? He's just smarter than his dad when his dad was young, and he was a crackhead.
He spoke so eloquently about crack.
Democrat strategist James Carville joins us now. How are you doing, Carville?
He was great.
Well, I'm good. Tell my wife hello because I know she always watches the show. I'm 60 miles east of her. So, hi, honey.
Okay, well, she's got great taste. So, Carville, you have all been saying that the Democrats need a real man, a masculine guy, someone who's authentic, maybe drops a few F-bombs. What do you think about President Hunter Biden?
Oh, look, I mean, you know, everybody in the world is talking about Epstein, and Fox is still talking about Biden's memory. I mean, I so long ago, I can't remember it, to tell you the truth, Jesse.
Well, do you want to talk about Epstein? Do you?
I don't mind. I don't mind talking about
So
Epstein. I don't mind talking about anything.
Are you?
Hunter Biden is trying.
We'll get to Epstein. We'll get to Epstein. Go ahead.
Okay, sure. Okay, go ahead. You know, I don't take any offense what Hunter said about me. I don't think George Clooney does either. I mean, this guy's emotional. He's hurt for his daddy. I completely understand that. He's an Irish clan, just like me. I mean, I don't take any offense.
All right. Well, I mean, you guys have been asking for some real man to take this nomination and stick it to the Republicans. What about Gavin Newsom? Is Gavin Newsom man enough to be president?
Good actor.
Well, I don't want to say, I don't know if man, I don't mind having, I love Gretchen Whitmer. I think she's tough. She's to the point. I think I don't care about gender. What I want somebody that can talk definitively and clearly. I had Governor Wes Moore on my podcast this week. I don't know how you can be much more of a real man than Governor Wes is. And
I like Wes Moore
all over the party, but I don't care if it's a male or female, but I want somebody to talk in clear, definitive language and communicate with people in a simple, elegant way. And that's what the Democratic Party needs.
Do you really think you should run another woman? You guys are 0-2 with women.
I don't know. You know, Democratic voters are going to decide that. I think the country wanted change in 2024, and Harris, for whatever reason, refused to say she would change the direction of Biden. I think that cost the election. But I don't think a person's gender. We're going to nominate women going forward, and as we well should. All right. I don't have anything, but what I want, if it's a male or a female, I want them to be able to talk about things and communicate in a very direct way. And we just haven't done that here for a while.
No, I agree. I think that's what you need too. Now, because you brought up Epstein, I wasn't even going to bring Epstein up, but because you did, you, James Carville, a Clinton guy, think that the Democrats should be begging for the release of the Epstein files?
I don't really know. I don't know what's behind it. There's all kind of problems. I mean, you know, I'm looking and you know where this is going, but I don't know what files or what do you adapt the grand jury testimony. I don't know what all this means, but there's obviously some things here that we don't know. I suspect that they'll come out. I don't know what they are, but the story is not going away. That's pretty clear. It's just not going anywhere. But do I know where it is? You know, you were talking about Paramount and how they collapse. The biggest cables in the world is Columbia University. They're trying to reinstate the glory days of the Dunning School. I've never seen such cowards in my life. I never say yes. My hat's off to Harvard. At least they have guts.
Yeah. So they just settled for Trump for about $200 million, and now they're going to be nice to Jews.
That's about
okay.
That's going to be.
Well, but what about
they
Colbert?
Should be nice to everybody without settling anything.
Well, you mentioned Paramount. What about Colbert? You guys are throwing a funeral for a guy. It's one guy lost his job. He's making $20 million a year. Why do Democrats keep talking about this guy?
I don't know, and I don't know the economics of it. I know some people, some friends that have something to do with late night TV, and people just don't watch it like they used to. And, you know, the media landscape changes. You know, when I grew up, everybody watched the news at 5:30 Central, and you know who every news anchor was. It all changes, and I don't know if it was driven by anything. It might have been a purely economic decision. I don't know that, to tell you the truth, Jesse.
Okay.
I know that you guys make a lot of money, and Rupert Murdoch, he's my new hero, man. This guy's got more guts than the entire Democratic Party put together. Go Rupert, go Cat, go.
Let's hope we keep the money
I
and everybody gets paid.
I never thought I'd say that.
All right. I'll tell him you said that. James Carville, thank you so much for coming on Primetime. And we love the camera angle.
Jesse.
Usually we see you in a hotel room with the iPhone up the nostrils. You look great tonight.
But congratulations to Fox. Y'all spend the extra money, send a good cameraman, and light me up, and even make old Cajun Carville look good.
There
Thank
you
you,
go.
guys.
Looking good. Tell your wife I said hello. We love you.
I will, Jesse.
Take it easy. So Johnny breaks into the Stephen Colbert show.
Why did they cancel his show anyway? Trump. It wasn't because he was not funny? What?
He's a tough guy, man. He's a Democrat no matter what. We doing this, and we're doing this to win. That's it. We got to be a little bit tough. So shout out to him, man. That's one tough, sick guy. You know, when I used to be a Democrat, I used to root for him and say, wow, he's a tough, smart guy. But nowadays, we don't see tough guys. It's like they step away from tough guys. So now there's no room for him. All right. Let me fast forward past the commercials and go to the next segment. And I'm looking at my phone because I ordered a Walmart meal and there's substitution. So let me see if I could do that while we play the next segment. By the way, give this video a thumbs up and let's keep watching.
Now that Tulsi's blown the lid off Russiagate, Democrats have identified a new scandal of the century.
Over the last several months, the Justice Department dispatched hundreds, if not thousands, of agents to comb through the Epstein files and flag any mention of Donald Trump. Now we learn in May, Pam Bondi informed Trump that his name is included in those files.
Schiff's making things up again. He's trying to make Epstein the new Russia, running the same kind of innuendo campaign all over again. Don't take the bait. We've been reporting Trump knew Epstein for more than a decade. They had a falling out. If the government had Epstein dirt on Trump, they would have released it in 2016, 2020, or 2024. A lawyer for the Justice Department just met with Ghislaine Maxwell today in her prison cell to hear what she has to say about other clients. It was such a powerful meeting, they're going to meet again. Democrats better be careful what they wish for. The truth is, Tulsi struck a nerve because late last night, all the president's men came crawling out of the woodwork to cry on CNN. Clapper says he did nothing wrong, but he's still lawyering up. Now he knows what it's like.
Lawyer up.
So what will you do if they come after you? What is your plan?
Well, I'll lawyer up, I suppose. Already have.
You've already hired attorneys in case of, in anticipation that this Trump Justice Department could try to prosecute you.
We've had sort of perpetual attorneys since I left the government in 2017.
Comey's main man, McCabe, also chimed in to claim the FBI said Russia never affected the election.
At no time did we ever conclude that the Russians succeeded in entering voting machines and changing the vote tally.
Well, I wonder how everybody got this idea then.
The Russians definitively hacked the election.
Russia hacking the election to elect Trump is the end of our democracy. Votes were definitely affected. Russia hacked the election to tilt it to Mr. Trump.
The president does not want to come to terms with the fact that the Russians hacked the election.
Russia hacked the election.
Russia did hack the election.
Russia hacked the election.
The FBI, the CIA, the NSA, the former director of national intelligence, James Clapper, I mean, they've all said this. So to believe that that's wrong, you have to believe they're all involved in an elaborate conspiracy to get Donald Trump.
And they were. And the same pundits who were wrong about the Russia hoax don't want it investigated. The report said Putin had no preference who won, Hillary or Trump. Both were going to be bad for Russia. He just wanted to create chaos. After the media called Trump a traitor for 4 years, suddenly calling the president a traitor is dangerous.
I think it's a real problem for the country to have a sitting president to say that you are to arrest or prosecute a president, his predecessor. Has never happened in American history.
Obama's about to get locked up. If they lock up Obama, the streets are going to be chaotic because that's the first black man and president about to get locked up.
And to get people all geared up.
What's up with the video? All right. They stopped the video streaming, so we're going to have to pause it and see what I can do. What time is it? Oh, my apologies. By the way, my name is Noel. If you're still watching, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up while I fix my video here. Give me 1 second and maybe I can get it working again. Yes, I feel like you get this working again. Let me see. No. In any case, they're talking about locking up Barack Obama. You know, they got to make an example of him. They locked up Trump. They gave that man, 34 years? Insane. And if he would have lost the presidency, you would have seen Trump getting locked up for the rest of his life, because that's what they were trying to do. But thank God he became president and they threw away the case, because how can you lock up the president of the United States? You know? We living in some great times, the golden era of Donald Trump. If you don't jump on board, hey, then you just get to sit on the side complaining, watching the great Donald Trump fix this country. Be honest with yourself. Nobody wants to be honest and say it. Like, we have no tariff issues. We have no collapsing economy. As a matter of fact, everything is getting better and better. All right, let me see if I find another video to finish off this Jesse Waters Primetime, because, I am struggling right now. But yeah, let me run this segment real quick. It's going to be my last segment on people fleeing California. That should be good. Let me see if I could play this video. No, I cannot. All right, let me see if my channel got canceled. I don't know what's going on, but let me get out of here. My name is Noel, over here streaming some great news away from the fake media, doing my best. I'm over here, moved from New York City, Harlem to Pennsylvania. Here I am. Name is Noel. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. And at this point, I hope my channel didn't get canceled. So let me go check the stats. Hopefully I still got my channel. You know, YouTube doesn't play that. With that said, why is my internet so bad? And it's hot in here. Jesus Christ. Going through hell. Oh, by the way, today's my birthday. I forgot. Can you believe I forgot? I'm 46. Jesus. Men don't celebrate those things. But with that said, peace.